them, and I knew that I had someone else in my corner, it was a great relief for me. And as I would periodically call and check and see, get a progress, see what was going on, they came through for me. When I met them, I have a pretty good vibe for people, but when you go through an experience like that, your trust level is probably at 0. And when I met them, they told me what they used to do, that they used to be the insurance adjusters, and that they were, very disappointed at the way people were being treated, and that they wanted to join our side instead of the insurance company side. And so that made me feel pretty good, that actually somebody realized that people were being taken advantage of. And my heart goes out to so many people who don't know about them and don't have access to that type of help. And it would be my recommendation for anyone who has not had someone represent them to definitely get in touch with them and let them see what they can do for them. Because, this is not anything that is anyone's fault. I blamed myself for a long time that it was my fault. This was not. Actually, this was a man-made mistake because it's the levees in New Orleans that failed. It was not even a direct hit. The storm was not a direct hit. And, I feel the government should make people whole.
Melanie says she and her husband will not live long enough to pay off their loans, but they are rebuilding their rental properties one at a time and rebuilding their lives, thanks to Branch Consultants.
If you don't have people that can come in and build a case for you to at least give you a playing field with the insurance companies in court, you'll lose every time.
Remember, Rick, Max, and the Branch team are not lawyers. They are investigators who help law firms sue insurance companies. Needless to say, law firms love to take cases prepared by Branch, but Branch won't just work with any law firm. Branch handpicks firms that share the values of the Branch team. That's right, there are plenty of ethical lawyers out there, and Branch finds them.
I use Branch because I found them to have integrity, experience, knowledge, training. They have both the adjustment capability and the construction capability, which, when you put them together, that is a strong team that you have in your office, that you can go to one entity, one company, and say, hey guys, look at this property, they also have the ability to look at insurance policies. It's remarkable how they're very knowledgeable about the insurance policy itself and also the claims process, more particularly as to how insurance companies adjust properties.
John Conry is another New Orleans attorney who works with Branch. Conry used to be a Peace Corps volunteer in West Africa. He spent most of his life working to help people. And he says Branch is helping people fight insurance companies for the right reasons.
I think they really do care about the clients. They're not in it to get in and out and make a quick buck, like some adjusters I've run into. They're thorough, they're hardworking, they're honest. They're not going to put something in the report that's not true. I've had them on cases probably make less than $10 an hour, probably make less than $5 an hour in some cases, because there's been so much work in figuring out what was caused by what.
Conry says what has happened to Katrina victims has been appalling.
They got beaten up by a storm and ripped off by every big institution that should have taken care of them around. Starting with the insurance companies and not stopping at the state. It's a pretty consistent pattern. It varies a little bit from company to company, but generally speaking, they come out, they do an adjustment, they find somewhere between $3,000 and $15,000 worth of damage initially, no matter how much damage is there. And then they wait for you to harass them again before they come out again. And they try and stall the homeowners into not filing suit or retaining an attorney until the statute of limitations expires, and then they're done.
Ali Chalet is another New Orleans attorney who spends much of his time working on insurance cases investigated by Branch Consultants. He agrees that Branch is in this business to help people.
Absolutely. They have a lot of integrity And when they come to us with a case, we believe that the case is for real, the facts in the case are for real, the people in the case are for real. Without Branch Consulting, we do not have the expertise to understand what the actual peril was that caused these people damage. They're able to put into focus and perspective for us exactly how these individuals were damaged by the peril and what is associated with the repairs and the cost of getting these people made whole.
Ali, John, Richard, and other great lawyers across this country are part of a group called Hurricane Litigators. They use Branch Consultants to investigate their insurance cases because Branch is simply the best in America. Remember, Branch Consultants are investigators, not lawyers. They don't practice law. Branch aligns themselves with top law firms in cities and towns all across the country. Those firms have joined together to form the Hurricane Litigators. If you want Branch Consultants to come out and help you, simply call the Hurricane Litigators number on your screen. No matter whether you have smoke damage from a wildfire, devastation from a tornado, flood, hail, ice, wind, or even that broken pipe that's flooded your home, call the Hurricane Litigators first before you call that insurance company. You will be glad you did.
As you know, one of the first things we got to do as far as if there was a flood entry of water is how the water got in.
Another important thing all of us should learn from what the insurance companies did in New Orleans is the 3 Ds. They stand for deny, delay, and defend. In scores of Katrina cases, insurance companies first denied the claims, then delayed to pay on them for years, and finally threatened to go to court to defend the case if the victim dared to challenge the insurance company's edicts. Kim Maselli challenged the insurance companies. He had rental properties, a construction company, a chemical company in and around New Orleans. His businesses and homes were badly damaged or wiped out in Katrina. Kim's story suggests that everybody in America should be prepared for a tough fight if they're going to make an insurance claim. And it might be a dirty fight.
They use tactics that are really not business-like. They're more underhanded. You know, you pay premiums for years, and when you make a claim, all of a sudden now, the construction of the building's not right. You overcome that, then it's, you know, then, oh, well, you should have did this, and you didn't do that. You should have whatever. And in my instance, it was after 2 years of waiting for them to send an additional adjuster out, they came to inspect the property, and they said, well, there's no damages. We can't see anything. I said, well, I've already fixed the buildings. It's been over 2 years. I can't, how long can I wait, you know? And it's just, you know, just their tactics. The legal system is terrible. It's absolutely horrendous. It's a complete joke. It's a joke.
As of fall 2009, Kim was still fighting to be made whole, and he gets a reminder of that fight every time he has to pay his insurance bill.
Believe me, it kills me. I hate it. I hate it. Because I know if something ever happens again, it's going to be the same thing over again, except Branch will be there for me, and I'm a little smarter now handling claims with them.
Kim and many of the others we spoke to said they wished they'd called Branch right off the bat. But once he did, things started happening.
Without them, you know, the insurance company probably would have really raked me through the coals. Really raked me through the coals. But I mean, they, you know, they were there. They overcome all the objections. Not all, but because some of them you just can't overcome because it's a never end with the insurance company, but they overcame a lot of their objections that, you know, this work was done wrong, you shouldn't have done this, you did this, whatever, and they, you know, they had the facts to fight them, and that I probably couldn't have done.
Many of the people who were most desperate after Katrina were single mothers like nursing assistant Maddie Brown. Maddie worked hard all of her life to buy her middle-class rancher in New Orleans. Her house was destroyed in Katrina, but Maddie's nightmare was just beginning. The insurance runaround was incredible.
After the storm, I started getting what information that I had, calling Allstate and putting in a claim, never got back to you. They had a